Hey folks, welcome to Speed Bump. Demon's Crest race.
It's time.
Waves of Steel is our, I don't know what to call it, our sponsorship of it is that it's month. This is our world record. Nice work, Eric.
Yeah, Eric's killed it. I hope that more people pick up the game in the future, and Eric's, I think, has laid really great groundwork for other people to come along and do good things with it.
It seemed like a great game to race, and I definitely had fun playing it. And it also seems like it's doing really well anyway, which you love to see.
Yeah.
So our next game will be Condria, and probably alongside it Bear Cycles. We'll probably do both of those at the same time. I need to run through Condria myself, but it's a short game. We actually had somebody in the Discord, I forget who it was exactly, but somebody already beat it in a under 10-minute run. Somebody had already done that, so getting started fast on that one. Yeah, I decided today we'd do Demon's Crest as our mystery game. Not really a mystery. I told him what game it was going to be, and I think I'm going to be hopping in place of subwoofers so that we have 4. Sounds like they add tech trouble.
Smite is the world's foremost expert on Demon's Crest, so I think this is going to be really fun.
I got to give Dan a run for their money because they are probably a speedrunner of this. If not, then they're a big fan. So I'll be putting my screen on the bottom right there. Let's check it out.
Let's do it.
Yeah, speedrunning is hit or miss for numbers. It kind of, even if you're the world record holder, it's kind of just up in the air if that, is a popular thing for people to watch. I don't know. I feel like that doesn't really. I mean, maybe Author Blues knows more about why those numbers are higher or lower for speedrunners.
I mean, it varies.
I have no idea.
There is a perfect storm of like you being a successful streamer and the game being popular and you being good enough at it to make it interesting to watch the grind. And if all 3 of those things aren't in place, speedrunning is hard.
Alright, my feed is in there as well. I'm gonna join the race too. Hold on a second. I'm gonna join on my phone.
Oh my god, Smite has joined the Demon's Crest race.
If you're able to start us off, Blues, that would be cool. I've readied up.
Let me see if everyone's ready by doing start. Alright, race is starting.
I've given them directions on where the 10 things are. 9 things. I gotta fix my window a bit, but yeah.
Yeah, when you find time, crop yourself correctly.
Got it.
Smite is the consummate professional. He can join a race, begin the race, and crop his own stream in record time.
While Samulu, that's what this dragon is called for you non-fans, is on his way over here. I've been cropping the feed some more. Yeah, this is great.
So this game's effectively like the 3rd game in the Gargoyles Quest trilogy, right? Or series, right?
Yeah, I played those. They play
They're
similarly.
very different from this one. They're very like this one has like RPG elements, and those games are more or less just kind of platformers. I guess Gargoyles Quest 2 is a little more of like an RPG, but
yeah, that one, it starts off like Dragon Warrior. You're this little sprite fella, and you're chatting on the open world with like it's Final Fantasy 1. But honestly, aside from the open world, they actually are very similar. This gameplay style is similar. One thing that is kind of weird is this game brought back weapons from the first couple games, but they make no sense now because you don't have a flight meter anymore. You can just fly as much as you want.
Right.
And then you eventually get the power to just fly up and down anyway. So you have this weapon that's only thing it does is turn spikes into a climbable platform, which is essential in the first game. But you have no use for that at all. It's complete junk. We'll be going after that. That's worth 1 point. Not that. The claw thing that lets you turn spikes into useless platforms. We'll be pursuing that. So this race is a 45-minute timer to get the 9 that exist items that give you a weapon. There's one more than that you get by beating the entire game, which we will not probably see, but maybe. I guess the final boss could count.
Maybe Dan makes you look bad. I don't know. Maybe Dan's gonna get everything.
I think that to get everything, I think it actually is 100% clear. I'm not sure about that. To get the password for the full clear to fight the last boss, I think you actually do have to collect every potion and piece of paper and all that. We won't be doing that because it's a big waste of time. The final boss is no joke in the normal route, like not the super boss. The final boss, regular Sigma man, basically. He's not that bad, but without potions, he could be pretty rough. It'll be tough to beat him. Here's a boss that just decides to not come down and play. Pretty cool. Wonder if you can manipulate his AI in here.
When he does decide to come down, you'll be ready for him.
He gave me a bonus treat to make sure I lose to Dan, where he just goes back to stone form for no reason. Just... How do you deal with the RNG of speedruns that do that? He had 1 hit left, and he decided to extend that fight by 30 seconds. Is that when you hit the reset button?
Speedrunners, yes.
At least he gave me a treat. An orb with skeleton hands around it. Every demon loves those.
I was the worst about resetting when I was actively speedrunning. What's the point of continuing if you can just reset and get a better time?
I mean, in that case, that's a disaster, right? Like 30 seconds? There's no salvaging that. That's the worst.
No one can live at those speeds.
There's a bottle down here, which I think maybe if I end up fighting the final boss, I will appreciate having. But unlikely. So yeah, the first game had a flight meter, which I actually think is pretty neat. I mean, I like this game a lot, but stage design is probably... It's not perfect, and stage design probably has a lot to do with that. It's like an open world Metroidvania thing. Exploring it is a lot of the value. It's not really hard, except for the bosses, which are ridiculous sometimes.
Yeah, what I've seen of this game, it definitely doesn't have quite as complicated platforming as Gargoyle's Quest 1, but yeah, the only reason I've never really played through it is because it felt kind of daunting being somewhat of a Metroidvania, I guess.
Taking away the flight meter makes things way easier. It's something that you can eventually get upgraded in the Game Boy games, and then you get those powers that let you like make your own platforms and stuff, like a Mega Man style platform can be made to jump off of.
Right.
But in this game, you just can fly everywhere, literally. It's like you have P-Wing. Eventually, you can just do whatever you want. Which gives it a whole different dimension of everything. Okay, so this guy, Arma, he drops the first one of our weapons. You can't miss it, because he will not leave you alone until he's... I don't really understand plot-wise why he has 3 of them, but he does have 3 crests. I don't know why his boss gave him 3 of them, but he did.
Man, if you had 3 crests, think what you could do.
Like, the boss's goal is to have you, like, mistakenly bring them all to him, I guess, but Arma gives them to you one by one, and he's like collecting the Dragon Balls almost, but he's got 4 of them, and he decides to not go after the last 3 little bits he needs. He needs, Firebrand's 1 piece of Fire Crest he's got. He's got like
1 piece.
Yeah, the Fire Crest got shattered into 5 bits, so we'll be after all 5 of those bits. We start with 1, and it's that 1 bit that like ruined the boss's plans. He can't take over without that 1 bit, which is letting us spit out our puny fireball.
So in terms of this race, in terms of this race, how much variability is there? Is there like one place you're expected to go, or could conceivably all of you pick a different route?
In this game, you can go finish the game anytime you want. It is completely open, so they can do whatever they want. In terms of finding all 9 of the power-ups, they're going to have to go to every stage.
Gotcha. But do they need to go into them in any order? Like,
no.
Do they need something from one stage to be able to succeed at another stage?
They do not. In fact, it might be smart probably is. I don't know what the speedrun does. To go after the air gargoyle and get that flight I was talking about right now, I could do that instead of this lousy boss. And it wouldn't even be very hard. I could just have it and then fly wherever I want.
Oh, maybe you should do that.
I'm not sure if it saves me time or not.
I mean, it seems like a good resource to have. The question is that one of the ones you were going to go for anyway, or
Yes.
would that one have been slow?
I will have to get it. There's plenty of time to get all of them, I think. I think me and Dan definitely will finish because we know where they're at. And I gave directions on... Like, this area here, it's behind a statue, so hopefully everyone finds it. But, it's not obvious, I guess. Like, it's sort of obvious, but it's a whole level that's hidden behind a statue, a whole place. This stage would already be over if I went the other way, and I would get nothing for it. I'd get, like, a little HP boost.
Whew.
Bats!
This is such a cool game. I have for a long time wanted to play through this, and I just never find the time to. But it's a game I really like.
This is of Nunu. It's got the Buster power up, which is useful. It lets us buster blocks. That's why it's called the Buster off the Blues.
Because it allows you to buster the blocks.
Yeah. This game could
If he
use a little
touches you, is it
refinement.
instant death?
Nah, it just... It is if you don't get up here. He'll just sludge you to death, but you shouldn't be dying to this guy, probably. Not like that, anyway. This game doesn't really, like, show you boss HP like most Mega Man, Capcom kind of games do. So it's hard to tell what weapons are effective. It's pretty radically different sometimes. Like, sometimes fire does nothing and Buster does half, usually. But Buster lets
This
you fire more
game's sound
projectiles.
design is so similar to Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse.
Oh, yeah?
It reminds me of it so much.
For this guy, the ground shot that looks like it sucks, it does do a little bit more damage, so because of that, I'm using him here, but...
Does it only hurt him when he's out of the sludge, or did attacking the sludge actually do anything?
It only hits him out of the sludge. Boss dead. This guy gives me one more, so that's 3.
Well, like the first boss in Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse is a reference to Firebrand. I mean, it's clearly Capcom referencing their own IP.
I think I am gonna go now to the Air Gargoyle because I don't see why I shouldn't just immediately go after that. Aside from maybe the boss is hard, but he ain't that hard. If things get nasty for the
not
players...
for a gamer like you.
Yeah, if things get nasty for the players, they could go after some potions or something, because that kind of stuff exists. They want you to win this game eventually, but they definitely wanted you to look around and find stuff. It's definitely a you bought the guide so you have all the equipment kind of game, right? Like, it's like, you know where the heals are, and it's just like Zelda, you get full bottles, and then you can fill them up with whatever you want, so you got that kind of stuff in this.
This reminds me a lot of like Mega Man level design, where there's all these like little hidden paths and secret nooks and crannies that if you do the levels in a certain order, you would be able to access. But like there were blocks there that look like you could probably break them, but maybe you don't have the right tool for it.
I do now, it's the Buster. But there's only a scroll back there, so I didn't need it.
Right.
Yeah.
Just it reminds me a lot of what Mega Man games do.
This is pretty strange. That tornado's... This is what I mean, this game could use a little refinement, because jumping into that tornado is the correct way to finish the stage. And the other way leads to a mini-boss, and then the stage ends. And if you're a regular video game player, you might think that's it, because there's a boss, and he gave you a thing that's unique. Because I will have to come back and get that. But, like... What? Jump into this tornado, fight the mini-boss again. Which I love. Sure love this guy. I think this enemy alone is why I didn't want to speedrun this. This guy who just flies out of range sometimes, and then occasionally he just becomes a statue again for fun. I wonder if there's a way to control his patterns at all.
Oh no, when Dan fought him earlier, I assume this is the same guy as earlier.
Yes.
When Dan fought him earlier, he stayed lower, which isn't an indication of anything, but
This time I only
Yeah.
get a heal because he's not a real boss anymore. There's 3 of these in the game. Hippogriffs.
guy seems like a real jerk.
That's true. They're all demons. Firebrand has no friends in this universe. I'm pretty sure the plot is that he tried to kill everybody. It's part of a greedy thing that he was doing.
I play Ghouls and Ghosts. He doesn't deserve friends.
Those are just red Aramers. They're not Firebrand himself. Those guys are chumps. He's in a fighting game, you know, one of the Capcom
Is he?
Marvel games. Yeah, he's weird. He has like an imp's attitude towards everything. He's creepy.
Oh, like one of those games like Marvel vs. Capcom 3 or something like that.
Yeah, he's in one of those.
So is Phoenix Wright, so I wouldn't put too much stock in it.
Yeah, here's armor. He's green now for some reason. Nice to see ya. He's just like your friend. So there was a big demon war. I don't know what the plot of the first 2 games is anymore. It was a lot more like you're just like a knight and you're not fighting. There's no leadership anymore. There was a demon war over these crests that just rained from the sky that gave you superpowers.
Yeah.
And Firebrand won that war barely, and while he was flying off with all of them, Phalanx shot him in the back and stole them. He didn't get all of it though. Firebrand apparently not only didn't die, but held on to a chunk. So that's where we're left off at the plot. And Arma's just working for him. Phalanx has become some kind of leader. I think it's... There's no way that Firebrand is the good guy. It's kind of implied that Phalanx isn't either, but like, he can't be worse. But that's okay. Okay, I beat that one.
Nice.
So now I have a very strong tool.
So now you can make yourself fly up and down if you want to.
It also gives me air elements, so among the things that do radically different damage, the air shot is one of them for sure. And I wanted it for the mini-boss here because he's particularly weak to it. Now I can speedrun through the stage a little bit. I'm sure that this is the order these bosses are done in because of this. Because he's so strong against this mini-boss. I don't see why you would care about the item he drops. Because this guy completely voids it. It's absolutely worthless in the face of this power right here, so...
The ability to just fly straight up feels busted.
Yeah. Not only that, if you remember this wind here was blowing me around, it doesn't do that anymore. However, it is much slower, so I'm actually gonna switch.
Yeah, only Firebrand gets to be fast.
That's right. Yoink. Oh, great. This boss is actually a little dangerous. I was trying to get full health before I came in. Kind of low on that front. Yeah, there is a city in this game, just like there's in the other ones, where you shop and stuff, and there's like a jerk sitting by the fountain talking about politics and your powers and stuff, and he does not like Firebrand. He doesn't like Phalanx either, though, so he just doesn't like anybody.
He just has problems.
Demon politics. Here's the claw. You can climb walls. Very exciting.
Which feels like it's not important anymore.
So until I do this stage, the 5th and 6th stage do not unlock. I'm thinking that they do at that point after this one's done. I might be wrong. I don't know. Sure. Maybe you do have to kill all the bosses to unlock 5 and 6. Let's find out. Basically, if you go after, you can go right from stage 1 to the final boss. So the 80% run of this would be about as fast as like skipping to Ganon.
Right.
But like if you walk in there, you'll just walk into his boss arena. Like the castle's not done yet. But if you do all the stages, it gets huge and it becomes this enormous stage.
That's kind of a neat idea that he's building the castle in real time while you're playing the game.
Yeah, this game has like 6 endings, and they're just based on when you finish the game. I think I might be pushing my luck with 6 HP if I get to that final boss with this. I didn't realize how low I would actually be. I'm not finding any like HP on the way. I can just eat up. It's not free. Even this boss is gonna be a little nasty, yeah. This game's art direction's out of control. I've seen a lot of Mario ROM hacks that just take their sprites and use it for like gothic settings in their ROM hacks.
Right. I mean, it's gorgeous. I mean, a lot of Capcom's games of this era were just beautiful games.
I love this Bob attack. That's what I'm after. If he does that, I can hit him twice with this for double damage. Uncooperative. Alright, Flame Lord dead. I'm gonna see if World 6 is open, because that's the place to go next. We are 19 minutes in.
Seems like it's going smoothly.
Yeah, it is open. I always thought this looked like a piano.
Yeah, I can see it.
Getting tagged in the... Oh, it's because the race started. I was wondering what that was. Alright, let's go.
Finally, it's time to race.
This stage has an ice fortress up top. If you you certainly will have to have flight by now, so they want you to use it to get to the actual stage. Which Arma once again is just waiting for you.
I don't know how he got here, but you wish you had his power.
He makes tornadoes. He ain't scared. He's got everything.
Why can't you make tornadoes?
I don't know. Firebrand's looking pretty weak to Arma, honestly. He's just more tenacious.
I love that he never just opens a door normally. He just always destroys it.
Got a headbutt. I decided I want that HP. I normally would be rocking like 15 by now, probably. That's 8.
Have you just been kind of skipping going out of the way to pick up extra HP or something?
Most of it comes from the optional bosses, who you wouldn't know are optional. Like, they're just the regular end bosses of the stages. They just give you the standard Zelda hearts.
Gotcha.
So it adds up. There's a couple here and there, though. There's also an artifact in here that gives me half damage that I will be using for sure. Ah, crap. I got axed.
Ooh. Right at the last moment.
This game does not care about death. It just puts you right back in with infinite lives right where you just were.
That seems really good.
Yeah, so we don't have that concern at all for this.
Is there any other punishment for dying?
No.
You don't lose like some sort of money or...
No, you won't get your items back if you use them.
Gotcha.
But that's just money. You can go grind the cash you need for the money in no time at all. I also
Yeah, it seems
feel
pretty
like,
good then.
I feel like your passwords do not preserve money spent, so there's that. Like, so your bottles will always be empty in a password, so that's a problem of sorts. Here's Flyer Mach 2. Ah, that's nice. He kills me in 3 hits. Nice. Could be rough.
Health is for people who plan to get hit.
That's true. This is all dodgeable. He is weak to this, I'm pretty... Unless he's different from the other one. But... he's still kicking it. Oh! Oh!
Oh my god, Smite.
Nice.
That was spooky.
You can ride his back if you want. Then you get nothing. He gets to the full heal and that's it. This game has a lighting system that they only use twice, and here they do it again. Here's where speedrun knowledge is good, because you would not need to light these, but if you do not, the bats get mad.
Oh, the lights keep them docile?
Yeah, and you have to use an actual fire-based element to light them too.
Sure.
There's also
That
this
makes
guy.
sense.
This guy's awesome. Look at that. there's so many things like that. It's this Mega Man style interactions. I love them. Alright. Nope. That armor thing gives me a ton of HP back, so that helps. You can see they're not doing a full heart of damage anymore.
Yeah, they seem to be taking half heart for everything, so that's a pretty good improvement.
Bats. Fuck. Alright, I'm in there. Armor with horns. This attack does nothing now because I am immune to high wind. But he still likes to do it. He still believes in it.
He's certain that this time will be different.
It wasn't super good the first time, but now it literally has no effect. It's just on screen. That shot, on the other hand, is new and very... I will die in one hit to that, probably. Oh. It's pretty spicy with those.
He doesn't let up. And he hides behind the HUD. What a
Yeah.
coward.
This game doesn't need a HUD. It's always holding your hand. You know how it is. Alright, this one is... plot-wise, I don't really... It's kind of strange. The Crest of Time, which I guess restores Firebrand to his youth. And he has iron skin now, and he's hard to kill, and he shoots a big old blast that is not fire. It's
Little
just,
baby firebrand.
yeah, it's just a gross blast. I see Dan is fighting the boss I'm after right now. I decided to do it in this order because I'm gonna blast the shit out of boss and kill it in 7 shots. So I feel like that's where I'm gonna pull ahead of Dan a little bit. So now my health is green because it's worth 4 hits instead of 1, and that armor is boosting it again.
Unbelievable.
So they stack. So because of that, I have like the big armor. This shot also busts right through armor and all that crap. The thing that Dan got for beating that boss that I'm after is the strongest attack in the game. I don't know that it's always stronger than this one, but it usually is. But you don't get the armor then. It's kind of boss dependent whether it's good or not, honestly.
Yeah.
Dog. Dog's got some iframes on him. When he wants. Hey. I think...
Damn.
Okay, there's only a couple bosses left. I will beat the final boss probably. I will have time, looks like. Because there's only one more left before I have all 9 of the proposed powers. Heck, where is it? There it is. Should I call the race after I get them all, or should I count the final boss?
You're just gonna do a victory lap to style on everybody. I told y'all that Smite was the foremost expert on Demon's Crest.
Working on it.
When's your 3-hour Demon's Crest lore video?
I'd have to play the other games. I don't like them as much, but they're pretty good.
Demon's Crest 1 was really good. I don't have strong opinions about Demon's Crest 2, but it wasn't bad. Or sorry, Gargoyle's Quest 1 and Gargoyle's Quest 2. I didn't have strong opinions about 2, but I enjoyed it enough.
I didn't grow up with a Game Boy, so those are strange to me. They're bizarre.
Well, the first one was NES.
Yeah, I played that one. That one was fine.
The Game Boy one is a little weird though. I've always found it very strange, it being kind of like wants to be an RPG, but at the end of the day, it's still just a platformer. Am I getting it backwards? First is GB and the second one's NES? Sorry. It's the Game Boy one that I have less familiarity with. The NES one is the one I have more familiarity.
We shoot this dragon thing now. I hate this boss. I told everyone to do it last. Because it's nasty, it hits hard, it has a billion health, and if you don't have these shots, it has even more health than that. It's definitely got a case of bad design going on. It's the Yellow Devil fight of this game, I would say. Nowhere near as dangerous, but...
Doesn't seem too bad aside from it kind of boxing you in just a little bit.
Yeah.
It seems like it's mostly negated by the fact that you can just fly above the things it puts on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly know what to do.
Sure.
Just flying exactly right here is its weakness. Which is another bad design. Like, what is even happening here? Open up.
I do hate bosses that make you just kind of wait like this. I mean, lots of bosses have limited time vulnerabilities, but like anytime that the game spends more time with the boss being invulnerable, that's frustrating.
If you want to say that the final boss counts as 1, I'll go after him.
I'm going to say that the final boss counts as 1. How about that?
Go for it. In the chat, I mean. In the Discord.
Alright.
I probably should go grab some health, actually. Touching the spikes hurts way less than the bow. I know where I can grab some HP fast too. Maybe I should grab one more. I don't think I have very much money.
So do you already have all 9 crests?
I've got all the things that we were after, yeah. Yep, I've got them all. The only thing I'm missing is
Smite's too good at video games. It's a problem.
the final boss. It's gonna be rough.
Why, just because you only have a limited amount of health?
Yeah. Open the door. Don't know how to use a door handle. Hey, man.
Hey, you didn't kick that one down. That's pretty impressive.
So expensive, you jerk. What?
Maybe you should have farmed more money.
I need money. Yeah, this is the way to get it. There's a thing that makes money drop. Like every time you hit anything, it drops big money, and I don't have it, so I didn't feel like picking it up. Would have saved me some time in the end. Just a minute or two though, because it's not that hard to get money. I need 80 cents.
I can't believe you're out here just breaking your neighbor's windows.
They hate them. I don't know who the window man is in this world.
Your neighbors hate their windows?
Yeah.
So you're doing them a favor.
I think so. $27 to go. I'm just buying the 1-ups because they're decent. I'll just grab a full heal and go. It occurs to me I could have played basically the archery game to get the cash I'm after, but I decided not to. Whoops. The archery game is one of the worst challenges on Arcade Pit.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I'm vaguely familiar with it.
The archery Demon's Crest game.
No, not in Demon's Crest.
I want to do it because they give me HP up for it the first time. It is.
I thought you were referring to the one in A Link to the Past. I have seen it. It sucks.
This game is a headbutting thing where you have to. If you look at the delay on Firebrand's swing, it's something. It exists. It makes it very hard to do what I'm doing, and you have to do it this fast to win this. Oh, I missed a couple. The torch is running out. Is how much time there's left. Oop. He will give you cash if you do this after getting the prize. There we go. I'm ready to go lose to the boss. I don't have too much faith in that.
Well, I believe.
This place is nice. I'm glad it got finished.
Just imagine, you could totally not have to deal with any of this if the castle hadn't been built.
Yeah. Firebrand blows it all up. He doesn't like this house.
There, I clarified the rules for them. That, if they've gotten all the other crests, that's when they can go fight the final boss. Wait, this is the guy you've been fighting the whole time. He's the final boss?
He can no longer hide from me because I have light. I can just do this.
Dare bring light to my lair? What's stopping you from switching to air gargoyle to get really high up in the air, and then switching to a different gargoyle to use a stronger attack and hovering there?
That's what I just did.
Oh, okay. I thought you were attacking with the air gargoyle, who you said was weak.
It's an alright attack sometimes. You just need it finished off.
That's a strat? Love it. Love that strat then.
It's a good strat. You could use the claw power up if you didn't have this, right? To climb all
Why
this
would you not have that?
this nightmare. You would have to have this. I think they forgot when they were designing their levels just how good they made that. Yoink.
Is that another extra heart?
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna get. I have half of them. That's not too bad, I guess. Went out of my way for 2, so you'll naturally be like 7 HP if you just skip everything else that you can. Elite Phalanx. The
Dan
real
wants... Okay.
Ooh. The big castle. If you come in here with all the crests, he gets a... He's holding one, and I guess that's the only one that matters when all the rest of them are there. That one turns on, and that's the one he has, so he's happy to see you. Final boss before the boss. It's what we call a mini boss. Even though he's quite large. Mini doesn't refer to his size, it refers to his position, his rank. See.
Poor Sid.
The amount of damage I took there is disheartening for what's up the road.
This guy's a chump though, right?
It's
Oh, he
not
made a
form,
wall of
it's-
spikes.
Yeah. You could use claw on it. You could claw up there. Didn't like that.
You killed him that fast?
Yeah, that's vanilla Phalanx. That's what the any percent run would have fought with baby shots. Fade to black, tasteful.
It's still going? There's more?
There's more. So water is painful.
Yeah. I was about to say, this seems way worse than any other option.
I have water man though, so I could swim if I wanted to, and it's not bad. In water, he's very good. Outside of water, he's the absolute worst. He's literally a fish.
Oh.
Hey, come down here, you jerk. I could still fly up there and blast him. I probably should. Because he's hiding up there a lot. Can't believe these shenanigans.
You can't keep getting away with this. God, if they gave this like LNR controls to let you switch
I've always
which
wanted that.
gargoyle you were. But
This is
then
what
you'd
Dan was
accidentally
talking
switch
about.
through the fish.
We're not going to get the real fight because I didn't get every single item in the game.
Okay, so this is where quote unquote time is.
Yeah. This is he was asking about Phalanx 2 or 3. Phalanx 3 would be super elite Phalanx.
Gotcha.
I haven't seen this ending in a million years. This ending where you get most of the stuff. The song sucks. It's just a bad song for the ending that you could have had. So the ending in this one is Phalanx got the crest of heaven and he turned into super boss, but he couldn't get it to turn on. And instead of letting you have it and figuring it out, he sealed himself in it so that you could never have it. And then Firebrand's like, whatever, man, and he just throws it in the ocean or something. He doesn't give a shit. He never wanted that anyway.
Not my problem.
Yeah, Phalanx played himself. He trapped himself in like the genie's lamp, and then Firebrand just threw him in the ocean. Like, what? It was a pretty good ending, I guess, in that vein. Looks like Dan's working on it. How do I finish? I forget. Done.
It's your bot, man.
It's done first, and then yeah, I've never done the score part of it. Maybe one day someone will find this. The good ending of this is he does get all of them, and he does unlock the superpower to become a god, and then he still throws them in the ocean because Firebrand doesn't like having no fights at all. He doesn't like being unbeatable. He wants to lose a little bit. He's real Goku. So if you ever find the crest, you could become a pretty strong demon, and then Firebrand to kill you is... What a treat.
Yes, is the ending particularly darker for having gotten all of the extra crests?
Get a cooler song.
That's about it.
It's longer, it's got a credit roll. It's very... These are all actually pretty different. They actually spent a lot of time on these. You get a credit roll that tells you the name of all the bosses. Damn, it's boring in here. That sucks. Let's just... Whoop.
Oh, beans.
Hate to see it. Well, that's my part of the race. Looks like we're about at time, too. Looks like Dan made it right in time as well. It seems like that's a pretty good limit for 45 minutes, is the regular most cleared ending. Like, as soon as you can get in that big castle, and then you go.
Right.
About 45 minutes to do that. It looks like
nice.
Dude is in there as well, so they're finishing with 9. I don't know what... looks like Rob has 6.
Yep. That seems right.
Oh, they're playing the song after all. Oh, shit. That's the good song. Everyone likes this one. I didn't know they would play the credits if you waited long enough.
You're just never patient enough. That's the problem.
It doesn't take so damn long on the other ending.
Well, that's our race.
Nice work. It's easy to get lost in this one if you don't know where to go, so I did type out some directions, and also, if you're skipping a bunch of items like I did, it can be pretty nasty. I was pretty close to dying on almost every boss. I want to see if they do anything else in this ending now. I gotta watch to see what's going on. That effect there, it's called parallax. Yeah. Dude just arrived at Phalanx, who, honestly, without his third form, he's not up to task here. It's pretty hard to beat that first form when you come in here right away with nothing.
Right.
I don't think there's ever a point where that second form is very difficult, and then the third one's nuts. It's a lot of perfect flying, and it's like it was probably the only boss at this point that was designed for all of the stuff that you have, so it actually is pretty gross. There's platforms you can jump off of, and there's not really any other land, so you have to switch to air gargoyle if you want to position. And then there's lightning bolts and homing balls chasing you around the whole time.
Sounds like it's designed to not just test whether or not you found everything, but test whether or not you're good at using it.
Yeah, this is good because I have this in the shuffler, and I now know that I need to collect every single item to get the actual Phalanx unlocked, apparently. Which is a little strange. Oh, they give you a different crest, see? Yeah, think about that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fancy crest.
Yeah. That's so that's Waves of Steel. You want to talk about that any? Have we I haven't seen anything new this week.
Literally, Gaffadil just posted a normal unlock all text speedrun.
What's that time at?
Railgun only-ish at 56 minutes. So, I mean, not the same category. It's not any percent. It looks like it's just unlocking all the techs.
Nice. Not bad.
That's pretty cool.
Hold on a second. I'll show you the advantage of portable cameras off the Blues.
Oh gosh. Oh, okay. Well, now I'm convinced.
He's looking.
He has no idea what's going on right now. Oh, it's a run with all the tech unlocked from the start. Oh, other way around then. Okay. So that's why it's so fast, is because you start with all the tech. Very cool.
Well, thanks for joining me off the Blues. Hope this game was good looking as a run.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I've been meaning to play it for a long time, and it was fun to watch.
Well, now you know where most of the stuff is, but you apparently will have to find every single... I thought that might be the case. You have to find every single item to get the true ending, which it's not that much, but there might be like a pot in some level you have to smash to get one, stuff like that, I guess.
Yeah, it's worth the trouble.
It's a good ending. You get a password that gives you a really awful fight with a terrible boss that is only accessible from that. It's just, you go in there with 4 full heals and you just do your best until it's dead. It takes like 20 minutes of pelting to kill it. It sucks. Well, that'll do it for now, folks. Thanks for joining us. Are you broadcasting out the Blues?
Yeah, I will in a little bit.
Okay.